Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about UFOs over New York, the Empire State's encounters. Um, Welcome back, and today we're looking up, way up, into the skies above one of the most iconic and densely populated places on Earth. Forget Roswell for a moment, because we're exploring a phenomenon that's been captivating witnesses, baffling experts, and sparking intense debate right here in the Empire State. That's right, today we're diving into the compelling, sometimes chilling, and often inexplicable world of unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and their documented history over New York. From the bustling streets of Manhattan to the quiet expanse of upstate, New York has been a surprising hotspot for anomalous aerial phenomena. When people think UFOs, they often think of desert landscapes, remote air bases, or even alien abduction stories. But what if I told you that countless credible sightings, some even involving multiple witnesses and official reports, have occurred right over the cities and towns you know? The history of strange lights and objects in the New York sky isn't new. While the term UFO gained prominence in the mid-20th century, reports of peculiar aerial events stretched back further. As aviation became more common, so too did the reports of things that weren't conventional aircraft. Post-World War II, with the flying saucer craze taking hold, New York became a frequent location for sightings. The U.S. Air Force's Project Blue Book, which investigated UFO reports from 1952 to 1969, logged numerous cases from New York State. While many were eventually explained as conventional aircraft, balloons, or astronomical phenomena, a sufficient percentage remained officially unidentified. This laid the groundwork for decades of ongoing fascination and investigation. When you talk about New York UFOs, one event immediately comes to mind: the incredible Hudson Valley boomerang sightings. From late 1982 through the mid-1980s, thousands of residents across a vast swath of the Hudson Valley, from Westchester up to Dutchess and Putnam counties, reported seeing a massive silent V-shaped or boomerang-shaped craft. This wasn't a single fleeting glimpse. Witnesses, often in groups, described an object as large as a football field, adorned with multiple colored lights, moving slowly and silently, often at low altitude, sometimes even hovering. Police departments were flooded with calls, and local media extensively covered the phenomenon. What made these sightings so compelling was the sheer number of witnesses, many of whom were highly credible: police officers, pilots, and everyday citizens with no previous interest in UFOs. Even Governor Mario Cuomo reportedly received calls about it. Despite numerous investigations, no conventional explanation, like a secret military aircraft or a series of coordinated hoaxes, ever fully satisfied the multitude of detailed accounts. But it's not just the sprawling rural areas. New York City itself has been the stage for some truly remarkable UFO encounters. Imagine seeing something inexplicable hovering over the Statue of Liberty or darting through the skyscrapers of Midtown. Perhaps one of the most widely known recent incidents occurred on July 14, 2004, over Manhattan. Hundreds of people, including commuters on buses and subway lines, reported seeing a cluster of bright, silent, reddish-orange lights moving slowly across the sky in formation, visible for several minutes. The FAA denied any radar anomalies, and while some later suggested it was Chinese lanterns, many witnesses vehemently disagreed, pointing to the coherent movement and sustained formation. Prior to that, in 1996, over the East River, multiple witnesses, including a police officer, reported a massive triangle-shaped craft hovering silently. These urban sightings are often perplexing because of the sheer volume of potential witnesses and the dense air traffic usually present. Beyond the urban centers, upstate New York's vast wilderness, particularly at the Adirondack Park, the Catskills, and the Finger Lakes region, has its own share of UFO lore. These areas, with their sparse population and numerous secluded lakes, provide ample opportunity for silent, unexplained craft to operate away from prying eyes. Reports often describe pulsating lights, cigar-shaped objects, or fast-moving streaks of light that defy known aerodynamics. Some accounts even involve objects diving into or emerging from lakes, hinting at the possibility of unidentified submerged objects, a phenomenon often associated with UFO activity. The vastness of these wilderness areas means that countless potential sightings likely to go unreported, observed only by a lone camper or a remote cabin resident, adding to the mystique of New York's northern skies. While less common in the American West, some researchers have noted patterns of unusual animal deaths, sometimes referred to as cattle mutilations, in isolated parts of New York, often coinciding with periods of increased UFO activity. These are characterized by precise excisions, lack of blood, and often a mysterious absence of tracks around the site. While official explanations usually point to predators or natural causes, the precise nature of the cuts and the unusual circumstances surrounding these events often leave a lingering sense of mystery for those who investigate them, and many in the UFO community see a potential connection. Furthermore, some New York sightings describe objects that seem to influence the environment, causing car engines to stall, lights to flicker, or even animals to react in a terrified manner. These electromagnetic effects, if confirmed, would suggest a technology far beyond our understanding. Of course, it's crucial to approach these stories with a critical eye. The vast majority of UFO sightings can be and often are explained by conventional means. People look at airplanes, they think drones, weather balloons, Chinese lanterns. It could also be unusual cloud formations, ball lightning, or even reflections can trick the eye. Both bright planets like Venus or Jupiter, or even meteor showers, can be misinterpreted, and of course hoax that are created. While these explanations account for many cases, the truly compelling ones, those with multiple credible witnesses, sustained observation, and unusual characteristics, continue to defy simple explanation. So why are UFOs over New York so fascinating? Perhaps because it's the contrast, the idea of something utterly alien existing over one of the most human-made landscapes on Earth. It challenges our perception of reality and reminds us that there might be more to our skies than we currently understand. And in recent years, the conversation around UFOs, or as the Pentagon now calls them, unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs, has shifted dramatically, with declassified reports, congressional hearings, and statements from former military personnel. The topic is no longer confined to the fringes. It's a conversation that has entered the mainstream. I hope you enjoyed this video. What do you think? Have you ever seen a UFO over New York? Do you have a favorite sighting story? Let me know in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.